What is up, guys? So, I know it's been a minute. It's been about a solid year, and I was supposed to upload it, but I do all of this from my phone because I'm always traveling and I'm always gone and all that. So, trying to upload 4K footage, literally every time I uploaded all these videos and TikToks and all that, it literally could take me hours. Like I'm not talking like 2 or 3 hours. Like it could be 2 minute clip that could take me upwards of like 4, 5, 6 hours just to upload the clip, the original clip, let alone to edit it, which just adds more memory to that original footage, and then try to upload that to YouTube or whatever social media platforms. Because yeah, doing it from the phone is not fun. So this is the session where I'm still a GT1. Evolve GT has 4 classes. So they have GT1, which is something you could sign up for, and essentially you get, coached into, before they, put you into novice, and then after novice you have intermediate, then advanced. And the way it goes is GT1 is the beginner, E1 is a novice, E2 is intermediate, E3 is expert or advanced. And this is GT1. Now it is optional, like I said. You can just start off as novice. You don't have to do this, but I would say to do it. It's a great course. You see them coaching. They show us apexes, stopping points, overall just to learn how to be predictable, versus if you do it in novice, you don't have any coaching. You don't have any one-on-one type of thing. So you see the pace we're running. It's okay, but for me personally, even though this is my first try day, like, this is a little too slow for me. Like, personally, I like going a certain flow pace that allows me to reduce fatigue. I can stab into each corner without having to heavy trail brake or anything crazy, like where it's extreme, and it allows me to keep doing that, and I'll basically take small chunks out of each part that I'm trying to work on, right? So all these lines and all that, I'm not even remotely focused on it. This is just me literally following just a natural line. It's not I'm like aiming for some specific point or whatever, except if it's a certain corner. Now right here is he almost lost it right there. I think he pushed a little too hard on that rear, but right here, turn 11, there's a heavy kink, and on my bike I'm bottoming out the rear shock, and I'm bottoming out on the exhaust. So that was like my main focus, was that in terms of corners, this would be my main focus. At first it was, just because you're at full lean and this is the fastest corner, and there's this little rough patch that's coming up, and I try to figure out the exact spot right there where I can, go across it and it not upset the bike too much while I'm accelerating at 100 plus miles an hour. 100, I think I'm like at 110 or something like that, or 120. So the coach flags me by. So this is my first time literally just finally getting to do my own thing. So I immediately take off. I'm like, obviously I blew that apex, but I wasn't really worried about that. I just wanted to get my flow pace, so I went a little bit faster. I blew this part. Definitely wasn't meaning to do this, but this is why you still never go faster than what you're able to instinctually and consciously correct. Because even though I blew that corner completely by accident, I was still able to draw it back and still continue some type of pace. So now at this point, I'm figuring out the flow pace. But unfortunately, right here, I still even can't see a flag that they ever waved to end the session. Because at least at this track with Evolve GT, they put up 2 flags. They put up the red flag and they put up the checkered flag at the same time. And you'll see it in the booths to the top right. There's a booth right here at the corner, right there. You can see it. I don't even know if I see the flag still. But anyways, at this point, they throw up the orange flag when I blow past it. I'm lost. You know, I have no clue what it was for because I didn't even see the flags to begin with because they had you see what I mean? They literally just released me. I'm just now going into the flow, you know what I mean? And yeah, see right here, orange flagged. And I'm gonna notice it right at the end. Right here. I'm looking at him, I'm like, huh? So I'm starting to think, is there something wrong with my bike? I'm like, where is everybody else? What? You know, and then I'm like, what the heck? Is it my jacket? Is my jacket? So I start checking my helmet. I checking my jacket right now to see if like is it unzipped or something? Because I'm completely lost as to why, you know, why I'm already orange flag. Because he had just released me. I didn't even get to do really a real lap for real. But yeah, anyways, at this point I realized, oh, okay, they just want me to finish. So I start to head back to the classroom. But I mean, I gotta say, it was a really fun day. I mean, you know, doing the GT1 course, I'd definitely say it's necessary. So at this point, I'm heading back to the classroom. We go over, you know, everything, and yeah. So the coach is sitting here talking about. He's like, "Oh, I see why you looked bored earlier. Because earlier that day, he was sitting there saying that I looked bored. He's like, "Are you all right? You okay? You look bored." And I'm like, I'm not bored. You know, I was just tired. I mean, I literally was going off with 30 minutes of sleep, coming off of work from the day before that to get the bike ready. I changed my own tires, which, if you know anything about Aprilia tires, they're not exactly easy to change. So yeah, I was trying to get all the fluid and all that. It's first track day, you know, you're stressed out trying to get all the bike and, you know, ready about every little thing. And I had just installed the BT Moto Tune and all this stuff, you know what I mean? So I was just really, really exhausted. Keep in mind, I also rode to the track. Okay, so I rode to my friend's house, which was like an hour. He's about an hour away. Then we got the bike into his van, and then we rode another hour, I think, and some change to the track. So like, obviously I was, you know, tired, and then going straight from that to like riding, you know what I mean? And all this I was like at 2 o'clock in the morning, 1 o'clock in the morning, something like that. So yeah, I was just exhausted. So this is the following session after. Vinny pulls me aside. He's like, "Oh, me and you, we're gonna go ahead and ride together." He's ridden with me, obviously, like outside of this, so he knows, you know, I could ride. And I'm not trying to like brag or boast myself or anything like that. He's literally just ridden with me. So yeah, he just wants to go ahead and evaluate me, see if I'm really ready for it and all that. And if you don't know who Vinny is, he's the owner of Vinny's Speed Shop at the bottom of Blood Mountain. This is Howie Mathis. He is fast as hell, and he's a Wira expert class racer, and he does win. At this point, the I forgot what title they are, but they're going over the, you know, what my orange flag was, or my meatball flag. It's the black flag with the orange circle in the center, and he's telling me to be mindful around 12 to 15 because that's where the sensor is. And he was saying that I went over their sensor bar by like, I think it was like, I want to say 2 decibels, 1 or 2 decibels. And if with the Awesome Racing exhaust tip that I have, it's above regulations. I think it's like at 102, and their decibel reader is like at 98. That's what their limit is, their sound ordinance. Because there's neighborhoods right outside of this, so they get fined. I forgot how much. So yeah, you can see I'm going a pretty good pace, especially going from like I was going at least 10 seconds slower than this pace to right off rip to this. And this is just a warm-up lap. This is before I really, like, you know what I'm saying, like start giving a little juice. Because I had stopped riding, you know, any hard at all on the street, like probably almost a year prior to that. So trying to get those feelings back in, because that's when he was riding with me. during that time was, you know, I was really like honing in my trail braking and all that, and body positioning. And it's not like he was giving me lessons or anything, so let me not, you know what I'm saying, it wasn't like he was an accomplice to this, you know what I mean? My own stupidity. I was just like ballsy, and I had literally zero fear. It didn't matter to me. I was just focused on the riding and what I was feeling and all that about the bike. So obviously first lap, you know, I'm not expecting him to be pushing. I'm like, I'm about to, you know what I'm saying? Like once I cross that line, that finish line, then I'll go ahead and push even harder and then get comfortable, see where the lines and all that. Because, but since this is an evaluation type of thing, I was pushing harder than I normally would a little bit, just because I didn't really get to dissect the track at my own pace, you know what I mean? This is why I wanted to be an intermediate, because I knew obviously I was faster than novice, and that was Marcus, by the way. He is fast as shit. This is not his first track day, but he is in the novice session just because I'm pretty sure this is his first time with Evolve GT, so that's the only reason. But you can see I'm keeping up. But the problem is that both of them, Vinny's on an S1000RR and Marcus is on a fully track built R6 that he had just bought. So like obviously him launching out of corners, and I'm on an R660. And keep in mind that if you notice, I have it in race mode, and I didn't know this at the time, but the BT Moto tune was tuned to road mode basically only. Since I was one of the first like people, there was some kinks to the tune. I was literally like, I think I was like the second or third. The only other bike that I think the BT Moto tune was attached to or put on was a fully track built bike. So, you know, it was attached to the race ECU and all that. So the race mode on right now is actually hindered with the power. Like I actually have less power than OEM, and I didn't know this because, you know, I don't know. I just put it in race mode and I just thought it was doing its thing. But yeah, so I'm like, okay, let me outbrake him. Now right here, you're gonna see the red flashing on the dash. That's traction control. I forgot to turn it off when I'm running this type of pace. I try to brake, it doesn't let me brake. That's the ABS engaging. It's literally pumping the brakes, releasing, pumping, releasing, pumping, releasing. And you know, I've never even ran traction control that hard, because normally when I'm pushing any type of pace, I actually turn traction control completely off. Just so it gives me a proper feel. But see the red flashing? It goes dot dot. That's traction control engaging, trying to quote unquote save me, but I didn't feel any heavy sliding where I would feel it needs to save me. So when I brake right here, I'm expecting the tail end to come up a little bit and float it just a little bit, and then, you know, let me trail brake deep into the corner, and then I was going to pick up on throttle harder. But instead right here, the ABS just kicking in. And it, you know, it's lesson learned, obviously. Now you could actually see a visual representation of as to why people remove the ABS on track bikes. Now the RS660 isn't that bad with it, but yeah, it's not exactly the smoothest engagement, because I also have it in a preset mode on in race mode, because it has time attack and it has challenge. Time attack you can set up entirely, and on time attack I don't have any settings on. It's just basically full balls to the wall, just me and the bike. You can't disengage the front ABS, but the rear ABS you can disengage and turn off all traction control. So it allows me to, you know, basically do a stoppie into the corner or whatever. Like it allows me to do that, and allows the rear wheel to pick up, but it won't allow me to lock up the front brakes, or which is weird because I've slid the front end in a corner many times. So I don't understand what that limit is, to be honest with you. But yeah, I've never, after this round, unfortunately I don't run into Vinny again, and so I ended up having to wait till the second day to get the reevaluation. And yeah, you'll see how that goes in the next video. But I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you have any other questions, now don't get me wrong, the quality of the content is going to be vastly better. I've already got new cameras and everything, and And I also have a whole audio setup. I rebuilt the bike, so you're gonna see a whole lot with that. But yeah, it's about to be a good 2025. Hope you guys enjoyed. Till next time. So I just kind of wanted to toss in a little bit of bonus footage of chasing my homie Rashid on his beautiful, I think it's a 20, I want to say it's a 2020 R6 in that gunmetal like satin gray. And yeah, he's killing it. You can really see the torque difference. And bro, I was struggling to try to pass him. On every corner exit, he would pull so hard, you know? And at one point, I'm just like, screw it. So I just started literally just taking videos of him. But yeah, just enjoying it. Like, again, it's the first track day. There's no need to push and try to like do all this extra Rossi shit. You know what I mean? Just take your time and just enjoy it. Like, honestly, this was like the best day ever. Like, this, rememberable, one for the books. And it just pisses me off because this was the best session to have sound. Hearing his beautiful R6 scream, and then the R660, and then there is an awesome person that I met. He has a Tuono V4R Ultra Black Edition factory. I want to say it was a 2022. Yeah, I think it was a 2022 Tuono V4 factory 1100 or 1100 factory. I'm sorry, Ultra Gold Edition. And yeah, I didn't know this, but yeah, he's literally like right behind me, and we're just struggling to try to pass him. But yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and skip. You can see Vinny right there. He just came in and then he's gone. It's easy to pass when you got the power, you know what I mean? It's real easy to pass. And that's one of the other coaches, but you can see the difference because Jesus Christ, they were moving, man. They were moving. Yeah, we both got thrown off by that, and and you see I almost tagged him, but so yep, you can see how we are struggling to pass this man. I mean, because like I said, the pull on the R6 is crazy.